Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Trouble T Roy. Don't get hit boxing talk. Back with another one. And it goes. So I was going to try to avoid doing this, but the stuff that I've been hearing the last couple of days kind of just drove me like, I'm going to have to say something. A lot of y'all probably won't agree, and I really don't care. I mean, it's boxing. But it's just crazy to me seeing these so-called boxing fans on podcasts, social media, all this stuff, trying to now overhype Berlanga for surviving. You feel me? Berlanga went in there and jumped on survival mode for about a good 10 rounds, I would say. Maybe 9. But I'm seeing people all over the place, quote unquote boxing fans, all over the place that is just talking about, oh, well, you know, he went all 12 rounds, man. His defense is great. It's like, come on, man. The boy was on survivor mode. He didn't come there. Once he got hit, he didn't want to fight, bro. Which normally happens, what seems to be happening with a lot of Canelo's previous, a couple of his previous, well, him, Charlo. I was talking to my bro about this earlier. You know why Caleb got knocked out? Do you know why Caleb Plant got knocked out? It's because he actually tried to fight. You know? Normally, this is boxing. We know what boxing looks like. Real people who know what boxing is knows what boxing looks like. Munguia, he got stopped. But he tried to fight. He at least tried. You know? A lot of guys in the past who have been beaten by Canelo, because Canelo ain't got people act like Canelo is supposed to be this knockout artist and knock out everybody every fight. But if you look at his resume and look at his record, he's not a knockout artist. He's not 100% or 95%, 90% knockout rating boxer. But everybody expects the most from Canelo, like always. The more he does, the more people expect. Like, that man ain't human just like everybody else that steps in that ring. And I mean, I'm sure he's got to be on his way out by now, because I think he's getting into this second half. If I'm correct, he's in the second half of his 30s, or he's about to be in it. I'm sure he's 35, 36 by now, 34, 35 by now. And he's got what? About 60 fights? Y'all want to call people who ain't even been a champion great already? They even held a belt. Y'all calling them great. But when Canelo does something, he's washed, or he should have knocked him out. He's getting old. It's like this dude went in there and beat Berlanga's ass for 12 rounds. Beat his ass. Had the bigger guy backing up from into each corner for 12 rounds. Backing up. I heard somebody got the nerve to say, oh, his defense was the best defense he's shown his whole career. Yeah, I mean, you back it up all. You know what I'm saying? And really, the only reason I think he survived 12 rounds is because he's young and he's physical, younger, more physically bigger guy. So, I mean, what do you guys expect? Yeah, he didn't come forward very much. I know that. So he wasn't really there to fight and knock nobody out. He went into survivor mode early in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Cotto tried to fight Canelo. You know? I mean, y'all watch boxing. I don't know if this is just his new era. I mean, maybe I'm getting old, but y'all y'all give dudes too much credit for doing so much less. This people wouldn't be saying this back in the 80s era, the 90s era, even the 2000s era. People weren't saying dumb shit like, yeah, you know, he didn't knock him out, so you know he like what? So what? He didn't get knocked out. He didn't do nothing. He ain't do nothing to Canelo. He ain't make Canelo back up. The smaller Canelo, the Canelo who started at like 147 in his career. I mean, come on, man. I just don't understand what these boxing fans be watching nowadays. Or it's not even what y'all watching. I think y'all don't be knowing what y'all watching. Y'all just want to give, when it comes to Canelo, when it comes to certain fighters, but we're speaking Canelo in general, right? Specifically right now. When it comes to him, nobody's ever happy. I'm not even the biggest Canelo fan, but I respect his game. I respect his gangster. I'm not the biggest Canelo fan, but I do this for any fighter that I respect. I don't have to like you that much in order to respect your work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make up imaginary shit talking about Berlanga look good or he's that next guy because Canelo couldn't knock him out. It's like y'all... Boxing fans be simple as fuck. I swear to God. I don't get it. Simple. I did not grow up listening to people talk like this about boxers or boxing. I did not grow up like that. That's what makes it so crazy because it seems like the last few years there's been so many weird narratives that's been created, weird opinions that's been thrown out there that make no sense. People trying to protect their favorite boxers rather than say, I want to see them fight this guy. This is who he needs to fight. That's why I'm not satisfied with certain boxers that everybody try to big up and throw, all this, great things, throw all this greatness over their name and shit like that. I can't, there's certain boxers that, and y'all know who they are. Y'all know who they are that I don't really mess with because they ain't fighting who they need to be fighting. But they're so great. They're the face of boxing and all this stuff. But when Canelo don't fight somebody, he ain't shit, right? Like, come on, man. I heard some people try to give Canelo shit for fighting Munguia. Munguia put a hell of a fight in there, down. And he got stopped. But then people want to go back to that whole, Munguia wasn't even ready for Canelo. I don't know why he made that fight. But before, you know what I'm saying, Munguia was going to beat him, right? People gave Canelo shit for Ryder. Ryder came to fight too. Nobody gave Canelo credit for that win. This man been fighting all his damn life and don't get no credit for it. That's the damn. If I'm Canelo, I'm like, that's why I understand why Canelo moves the way he does. He don't give a fuck what nobody think anymore. He probably never did, because no matter what he does, he ain't getting credit for it. This whole Benavidez thing, nobody gave shit to Benavidez for going up to 175. And then, but saying that he might come back to 168 after he got his ass beat at 175. Nobody gave Benavidez shit for that. They said, "Oh, this is his first fight at 175." It's like, so fucking what? He look like shit. He ain't no monster. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He's not no monster, Mexican monster. No. I don't want to hear that shit no more. If he a monster, he better take the winner of Bivol and better be. He better take it. I don't want to hear nothing. Since he at 175 again, since he decided he didn't want nothing at 168, probably because he can't make it no more. He better take that winner. I ain't calling him nothing. He is David Benavidez, the boxer. Until he takes the winner of the undisputed fight, I don't want to hear shit. I know he got Jesse Hart next. All right, get your rounds in. Matter of fact, go up there and knock him out, and get ready for Beterbiev or Bivol. I don't want to hear shit else. I don't want to hear about what Benavidez did to Bivol in sparring. I don't want to hear none of that shit. If he's so much better than Bivol, if Bivol win that fight him next and show us. I'm sick of hearing these sparring stories. Everybody sparred each other. Everybody that we want to see actually fight each other and sparred each other, apparently. This era of boxing is just weird, bro. Growing up, I didn't even hear about sparring wars and stuff like that. Because that was a sacred thing. What happened in the gym normally stayed in the gym. If you wasn't at the gym, you don't really need to know what happened. Occasionally, I see some videos here and there or whatever, but no. The work got done in the gym. It wasn't for a crowd of people who will go and witness and say, "Oh yeah, see what happened in that sparring session? What do you think he would do to him in the ring? Or what do you think he would do to that other person then? He did this in sparring." It's like, nobody's making weight in sparring. Nobody's trying to make weight. Nobody's preparing for a fight. When they got all these sparring stories and stuff. These are two dudes probably walking around 10, 20 pounds heavier than they normally do. Go in there and just put in some work. Nowadays, it's not even about putting in work. It's about one dude trying to humiliate the other rather than get some work. No, it's like, it's whatever, man. This whole, like I said, this Canelo Berlanga thing, they gonna blow up Berlanga like he's like this dude now because he went in there and survived against Canelo. And they're gonna say Canelo ain't got it no more because he couldn't knock Berlanga out. That's all I'm hearing right now. So, like I said, no matter what Canelo does, I understand exactly how he feels. No matter what he does, he ain't never going to get credit for it. So, it is what it is. You know? What? 4 division champion? 1 time undisputed? But he has to fight everybody that everybody says he has to fight. But those guys that he has to fight ain't doing what he's done. That's interesting how that works. Very interesting. Very. Somebody explain that to me. Because I've been wondering this for years. Canelo goes in there and does all this crazy shit. But he's still expected to do all this other shit just because. And it's like, none of these dudes is fans of people like Benavidez like that. They just want to see Benavidez beat Canelo so they could say Canelo was never shit. And then if Canelo get in there and beat Benavidez, then they're going to jump to the next guy. Which will probably now be, since the Benavidez fight don't look like it's happening, it's probably going to be like somebody like Morrell. David Morrell. Another David. You know what I'm saying? Berlanga could do it, so it's on to the next guy. You know? It's like, it's crazy. The people that do the most in boxing get like the least credit and are the most hated. Because Canelo ain't the only one. He just the main one. You know, Crawford goes up to 154. First fight at 154, does get a knockout, and now Crawford ain't shit. His his first fight at 154, he does get a knockout and he ain't shit. But people watch David Benavidez get his ass whooped at 175, his first fight at 175, and his excuses, oh man, you gotta give him some time. This is his first fight, man. This is his first fight, man. His first fight at 175, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give him some time. He gotta adapt to the weight class. You know what I'm saying? It's like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all be pushing for one and hoping for the other to fail. That's all that shit is. I don't do that with boxers. I keep a real same energy with everybody. If I don't think you that good, I'm gonna just say you ain't that good. Yeah, if I think you could be a great, I'm gonna say I think he could be a great. It's that simple. You don't mean they're my favorite boxers. It doesn't mean I see what I see. Yeah, I support greatness. It's like, what the fuck? I would think that goes with any sport, but I don't know. Boxing's just different. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good shit. It's your boy, Trouble T. Roy. Hit, don't get hit, boxing talk. And I'm out. Peace.